You ready? Here we go. I'm seriously about to start.
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 60 of the Average AF podcast. I am your host, Adam McElroy, and I am here with a crying host, Mr. Ryan Baker.
What up?
You want to tell the people what's going on?
I can't even breathe right now.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but Baker just started laughing before we recorded, and he just hasn't stopped for about 2 minutes. So I just told him, hey, we're just going to go and see if you can recover, see if you can't.
It's so hot in here now.
Okay, all right.
Oh, my God. I don't know where that came from.
I appreciated it.
Oh,
It's a great way to start episode 60.
I think it...
He can't even talk, people.
on.
If you're listening to the audio, please go to YouTube. It's worth it. He's literally crying.
It's so hot in here now.
Now you know how I feel.
Oh, my gosh. Don't worry, everybody. It's not the corona. I'm just literally crying.
Right.
Dude, but I think it... Because both my kids, well, my son especially, if he drinks pop, he'll burp so loud.
Oh, yeah, it was a burp. I forgot. I even forgot what you were laughing
that's
about.
what it was. It was a burp. But my son will burp so loud. And there's a story. I'll get into that, too, about that. But my daughter almost does the same thing with anything that she drinks.
Just
so, like,
burps all the time?
All the time. Like, they are the gassiest kids ever. Like,
Yeah.
burping-wise.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Right.
But they both were doing it today. And I kept going like, oh, my gosh. Like, you guys are disgusting. Like,
Right.
what's going on? And then I just did that. Like,
Right.
the loudest belch I've ever had,
Right.
dude. And it just...
Into a microphone directly into both of our ears. So it was great.
Oh,
I loved it.
that literally had me in tears.
But anyway,
Oh, gosh.
great start to the episode. But
Yes.
thank you
Hello,
guys
everybody.
for checking out episode 60. That number seems to go up one every week, which is just
Isn't
crazy.
that crazy?
Yeah, I don't even know how that works and how we got to 60, but it would seem like we just went up one number every
I don't
week.
understand numbers, but
Yeah. Maybe next week we'll come out with episode 70 just to see if anybody catches it. We'll just skip 10.
now that my laughing spree's over, let me get my hoodie back on.
Now you're cold.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Look.
Jesus.
Dude, it's like instant goosebumps.
Oh, my God. My house is like 68 degrees, though.
That's freezing.
We're both big men that live here, though. So,
Ah.
but yeah, so, you know, again, thanks for checking out episode 60.
Don't judge. Dude, I'm having so many difficulties today.
That's on you, dude. We're going.
I see that.
I just wanted to say, you know, I appreciate you guys listening and watching every
Yes,
week.
thank you.
Because, like, really break that down, though. I would say we average about 100 plays or streams a week, give or take.
Yeah.
So 100 people choose to listen to the bullshit that comes out of our mouth
It is.
every week.
When you put it that way, I mean, that is great.
It's cool, but it's like, I'm not Spider-Man. Like, I don't need this
But
responsibility.
When people, so I've told people at work, obviously, about the podcast, right? And it's crazy because I'm always like thinking of, they're going to be like, oh, what's your podcast about?
Right,
And I'm like trying to think of what their reaction is when I say random shit.
right.
And every time I've done it, they're like, oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to check it out. And I'm like,
Okay, right.
word.
Well,
All right, cool.
The progression of the podcast has been weird since day one. Like, originally it was gonna be kind of like a hip hop review podcast.
Yeah.
Like me and Steve, broke down albums every week. Not every week, but most weeks. For the first like probably 3 months, we did probably 6 or 8 albums or something. And we just realized, like, that's a lot of fucking work to have to listen to a full album a couple times.
Yeah, to get the full, like,
Right. And then
feeling
break
of
it
it
down. And then it just evolved into just our perspectives on stuff, just because we always have crazy perspectives, me and Steve. And I kind of like that direction more than anything. So
Yeah.
when people ask me what it's about, I just say kind of the same thing, but I just say kind of life. But we try to just, analyze stuff and look at different perspectives.
I mean, true that.
Now a lot of times
there's a method to the madness.
A lot of times it's bullshit, but
yeah.
Like some shit we're gonna talk about later today. But oh man, it just caught me off guard. She means well. I'll say that. Her heart is in the right place.
I feel it.
But also, never mind. So, but there's like 100 people a week that choose to listen to the shit that comes out of our mouth.
I love it. Appreciate it. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you guys. But it's
Keep
just,
it up.
It's weird to think that like people choose to listen to us.
I mean,
that's their choice.
Can I be a smart ass?
Yes.
Isn't that what you expected when you made a podcast?
Right. But like I'm an idiot, right?
Apparently not to 100 people a week.
Or maybe they're all just using it to make fun of me. Which is fine.
Either way, it gets the views.
It gets that stream up, yeah. So,
get it?
But I did want to learn you guys something this week.
Learn some.
Because I've wanted to bring it up on the podcast, honestly, for a couple months, and I just never have. There's just never been a good opportunity. But I think it's a cool little fact that I didn't know. And it's actually kind of cool, and it might help some people.
Okay.
It's not like a serious thing or anything, but so my last name is McElroy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's spelled McElroy, right?
McElroy.
So a lot of people say McElroy, right? Which is fair. I've never gotten upset if people say McElroy because that's how it looks.
Right.
I totally get it.
It'd be like me getting upset when people call me Brian instead of Ryan.
I mean, that's just dumb, though.
Oh, yeah, but if you're not looking, I guess it would. Shut up.
But that'd be like if your
you're looking
if
at
your
it,
name
it'd be
was
dumb.
Ryan, but the B was silent, and people called you Brian.
Now,
like,
why the hell would you do that?
The A is not silent, but it's there, but it's not there in my case. Words.
Words, numbers, damn.
So, something that I recently found out, obviously, like McDonald's is MC, right?
Yeah.
But theirs is Mick, mine's Mac, right? I actually found out how to differentiate if you should use Mick or Mac when it's spelled MC.
See, this gets into the whole damn English language being
not
insanely crazy. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, well, this is an Irish thing.
Oh.
But either way, I get your point.
Well, we're using it in English terms right now, so
right. So the way to differentiate when you see MC, if it's Mick or Mac, is if the following letter is a vowel.
I guess that makes sense.
So if the following letter is a vowel, it's Mac. So like mine's McElroy, or like Rory McElroy. But then there's like McDonald's.
What about McAdams? If your last name was McAdams, it wouldn't be McAdams.
Yeah, it would, technically.
What the hell?
People are just dumb. No, I don't know. It's just...
So it's no longer Mac Daddy, it's Mick Daddy?
I guess, yeah. It depends if that's a word or... I
don't know.
Now you're throwing me off. But yeah, it's kind of cool that if there's a vowel after the C, then it's usually Mac.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting. Like, I've had this last name for 28 years and never knew that.
Never knew that.
You know, so just kind of interesting. If you listened for the first, 8 minutes or something of the podcast, you at least got a little bit of knowledge from us because it's about to go way downhill from here.
It is. Except for that first minute of my laugh attack. I don't know. 2 minutes. I don't know how long that was.
I'm just saying on the intellect level, it's not gonna.
No, it's not going anywhere up from there.
No, that's about the highlight of
now
of the podcast.
On to the bullshit.
Yeah. So, with that, I guess we do have a new segment this week. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait?
Let's keep them in suspense.
Okay, new segment. What up?
That you don't know about yet.
Yeah, you gotta wait. So
stay tuned in.
I guess let's talk about our weeks a little bit. I know you had a big day today.
Yeah,
actually. But anything else happened? What's been going on in your world?
So work's been long.
That's what she said. I don't think it works, but the word long. and I hear it all the time, you know, so.
You were giving me shit earlier. Look at you. Go. Am I influencing you now?
You can't. You can't.
But no, it's been a long week. So we had, was it Labor Day?
Yes.
Labor Day Monday. So I was off, got holiday for it, right?
Right.
And still am now working 6 days a week. Well, Saturdays for the remainder of September. So I had Monday off and then worked Tuesday through Saturday and still got like 4.5 hours OT.
Damn.
Word. Super tired. My work's cool though, because Saturday I was able to take like a early long lunch and got to catch like half of my son's soccer game.
Nice.
And
you just did that on a lunch, like an extended lunch?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Because it's nice because where I work at, it's right off 30.
Okay.
And where he plays at is right off 30.
Hell yeah. So it's right down the road?
Yeah. I was like, cool. Kid's a beast.
I hear, yeah.
First year playing soccer. He's had...
Wait, first practice was just last week, right?
Yeah, last Saturday.
Right. So he's only been in it for a week.
Yeah. The only time he's ever played is like playing in the backyard with his sister or, passing it with me or...
Right.
So he's 5. Finally got him into it. His first game, he scored a goal.
Yep.
Like, took it all the way from his goal to their goal. Got it. The second game I wasn't at because it was on a Wednesday. He scored 2 goals.
Jeez.
Saturday, when I went to go see him, before I got there, he had scored a goal. Scored 2 more while I was there.
Jesus.
So in 3 games, 6 goals.
Wow.
Like, insane. And he's running after the ball, like he's stopping the ball, using his feet.
Right.
It's insane to watch that happen.
Is there anybody else in that age group like actually playing the game kind of like you should, or are they just kind of running around?
There's like one other on his team that kind of does, but he's more of a Bigfoot kid. Like his kick is insane. Yeah. But you don't really see him going everywhere on the field like Caden does.
He's not a runner.
Right. And then today, Sunday, we drove to Ashland. My daughter had a soccer game, so this was her first actual game. She's in Liederkranz, but they were having these like play day things because of the whole Corona thing. They didn't know what was going on with the sports. Right. So this is her first legit 11 versus 11 game. She's a defender.
And she's playing with older kids though, right?
Yeah, she's 11 playing U13. Right. So she's always played up, but this is like still up for her and traveling. So she's playing completely different teams. Gotcha. So she's a defender, which is what I was too. So it's really cool to watch her. Kid's a beast. Yeah. Like I know I just said that about Caden too, but dude,
I feel like she has stamina for days.
She does. She wants to run track. Yeah. And I told her today, I said, if it were up to me, I think you should run sprints. Yeah. Because that girl, as soon as she starts, she's like, shoom, flash, gone.
That's awesome.
So her speed is insane. Just her movement on the field, like the way that she can keep an eye on the backfield and things of that nature. She goes to the ball. She's aggressive as shit. Yeah. Like, she's little. You've seen her. She's like a
small.
twig.
Yeah.
Don't mess with her.
Right.
She throws bows. She trips.
She's like a 2011 Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like tiny.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, a lot of the stuff that she does is not even like illegal either. Like it's just it's hard playing, and she's gonna fight for that ball, and she will win. Right. Oh yeah. So more power to her. She's definitely got a bright future with soccer, and I mean, definitely my son too if he continues to play the way that he does. So.
Oh yeah, man.
And then. So they're doing construction by my house. This is completely random too. But they've closed one lane. It's 4 lanes by my house, right? Mm-hmm. 2 going one way, 2 going the other way. Well, they closed one lane because they're doing construction up the street on the other side. So they've made the 2 lanes instead of 4. Right. It's literally right by my house. So if you sit on my front porch, you can see where this construction is. Now, mind you, it's blocking off one lane, so one lane's still perfectly open. There's nothing going on. Everything's all the way over on the other side. And every time somebody is driving past our house in this construction site, they literally almost come to a complete stop.
For what?
Exactly. I have no idea. But you could sit out on my front porch and watch. In at least 10 minutes, you're going to find 7 people come to almost a complete stop.
Like they don't like. Is there like cones up and shit?
Yeah, there's
I would
cones,
assume?
but they're almost entirely in the other lane. Like there's nothing in the lane to make you even need to slow down, or it's not even more narrow or anything of that nature.
Right. But it should be obvious that it's guiding you a certain way.
Yeah, and this one's not even really guiding you. It's staying in the lane that you were in. It's just closing it from a 2 to a 1. So instead of the left lane being open, it's closed. You only have the right lane.
That's Mansfield for you.
Dude,
People
I'm
are
just
idiots.
like, what in the hell? At first when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's just one person. It's going to happen, right? All the time.
Jeez.
All the time. It's fantastic.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You're over there breeding freaking athletes and stuff.
That's right.
I'm just breeding daredevils, man.
That's where it starts.
She's jumping off everything. She's trying to fight everybody. Like,
jeez.
She's gonna be a little fighter, man. It's gonna be awesome.
That's awesome.
My week, man, is a standard ass week. Like nothing.
You working now though, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna crack into this new Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, the mystery flavor.
Mystery flavor.
Yeah, interesting.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I think we outlined it a little bit last week. My schedule at least is basically the same for all 7 days. Like pretty much. What's it taste like? What that tastes like?
Almost like a Skittle.
Okay, but which one?
Dude, there's like literally every single flavor of Mountain Dew in this, it seems like. It almost tastes like I just bit into a Skittle. Like a handful of Skittles.
Are you going to buy it again?
I'd probably buy it again.
Okay, all right. I might try it. All right. But yeah, so like my week is basically mapped out from Sunday to Saturday, straight up.
Yeah.
Like I can basically the only time that I can choose is after work. And I always go see my daughter, obviously, for a couple hours a day. But during that time, like I can go do other things if I want to or whatever. But then I feel bad. Like, you know, like...
Yeah, and you've almost created that whole... I mean, you've created that agenda.
Well, right. But, like, I feel bad if I'm like, okay, well, I chose to go out to dinner with Baker rather than my daughter.
Right.
And I'm like, you know, it just feels weird.
Yeah, I got you.
So I do still try to have, like, a social life and stuff. And, you know, I probably don't see her, like, once or twice a month.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Dude, it's hard.
It sucks.
Like, it's hard to have that social life.
Right.
It really is.
Which, I mean, it is what it is. And, like, I get her on the weekends now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I guess the only actual free time I have legitimately that's not scheduled is Saturday night.
Okay.
But I have Harper at 6 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, so it's tough to be
so
like,
I can't,
let's
like...
go ahead and kick it till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Can't really do all that much. So, yeah, I mean, my week's pretty standard, pretty basic. I mean, nothing.
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Dude, my son has been on one.
Yeah.
For the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen him. He's very energetic.
Yes.
The energetic that you've seen and I've talked about are shit compared to these last 3 days.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on, but there's been times where I just go like, Caden, I need you to stop. Like, he's just going on and on and on and on and on, and I'm just like, I need a breather from you.
Like talking or
yeah, just talking, telling you like, look at this, look at this, look at this. I can do this. Did you know about this? What happens if you do this? What's this number mean? One after another.
Well, it's probably the soccer.
Dude,
honestly,
I figured the soccer would calm him down and make him more tired and stuff, but no, this kid is on one.
Well, how often does he have practice?
It's twice a week.
Right. So the other 5 days.
But he's also going to school.
Oh, that might be why then. He's going to school all day, talking to people.
It's for 3 hours. 2.5.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to stick up for your son, and you're not letting me.
No, it's not happening.
Sorry.
I'm just saying. It's a ball. It's Sonic.
Yeah.
It's Sonic.
See, I'm excited for when Harper starts to talk. Like, she's kind of talking, and can say like, you know, stuff here and there. and things aren't, perfect, right? Like,
But she can change music on a teddy bear with her head.
yeah.
That's
such a cool video.
the best thing ever.
For the people that don't know that, which is probably most of you, there was a video I had on my Snapchat of, was it yesterday?
I think so, yeah.
She has like I don't think it's a Care Bear. Oh, it's like an elephant.
Okay,
but it kind of looks like a Care Bear, but if you squeeze the leg, it'll play music.
Mm-hmm.
If you squeeze the arm, it'll count
ABCs
or whatever.
yeah.
So it'll do all that, but if you press the heart in the center, it has like a rotation of like 6 or 7 songs that it goes through, like Twinkle Twinkle, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of things like that.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, and she always hits it, right, to go to the next one. She likes If You're Happy and You Know It. That's like one of her favorite ones. But yesterday, she figured out that she can do it with her head. So the elephant's just laying on the bed, and she's just like jumping into this elephant and like headbutting it until it plays the right song.
Loved it.
Oh, it's so funny.
Things that they do.
She was doing it for quite a while too. But yeah, she's choosing to headbutt something rather than use her hand. Mm-hmm. So
the things that they start doing and picking up. So like Caden's been playing Tony Hawk on Xbox.
Yes, the new one.
No, it's like Tony Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yeah,
bundle. Is that the new one?
The new one that just came out.
The hell if I know.
Did you get it like recently in the last?
Yeah,
week
but
or two?
It wasn't new Xbox One game price. This is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yeah, they just re-released it.
Oh, I don't know. This is a bundle, so
I don't know.
So he every type of trick you do, whether it's a dirt bike, ATV, snowmobile, skateboard, bike, it's a magic trick.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Right. So everything's a magic trick.
Right.
So he has a little skateboard. It's just like the little mini one that has the lip on the back and then like it's flat on the front.
Right.
So he has that, and he'll like go onto the back of it and make it do like a manual almost. And he'll grab it, and then he'll like grab it with both hands and flip it over his head and go like, "Dad, look at this magic trick!" And then like put it back down onto the ground. And
oh, it's like a life-size one.
Yeah.
Like a real one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But today he was out on the swing set, on the swing, and he was going back and forth, and he starts doing like a one-hander on the swing, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? He goes,
Right.
Dad, look at this magic trick. And I said, son, you're going to fall.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I said, we can't do magic tricks on a swing?
Right.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you say Daredevil, I feel you.
Dude, Harper fights me to go down the stairs by herself. Like, she's like 2. She'll be 2.5 here in like a month or 2. But we always go down the steps and I hold her hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she can go down, but sometimes she like misses a step or whatever.
Right.
Today, we were walking out of her mom's apartment, and there's, 7, 8 steps there, like nothing major. But I go to hold her hand, and she was like, no. She said no. And I was like, okay, like let me hold your hand. And she like kept pulling it away and like backed away from me. And I was like, what? And like I walked down the steps and I said, well, come on then. And she did. She came straight down the steps.
She said, I got you, Dad.
And I was like, all right, But yeah, she's just super independent. Yeah, she's getting so big.
That's crazy.
She's getting so big. Oh, sweet. My note just got deleted. That's super cool.
Yeah, way to delete your note.
Yeah. Oh, all done. But that's cool. There was 2 more things that I know I wanted to bring up. Do you want to do the bonus segment right now?
Yeah, we can, for sure.
So this little segment is called, let me find it again, because it was in the note, but I forget it. Nate's Notable Notions.
Why'd you just sound like a dying crow?
Because why not, man? Why the fuck not? It's my show.
All right.
It's our show. But, yeah, so Nate's Notable Notions.
The Triple N.
Triple N. So just to give a little background, Nate and Tim, they're both Patreon producers, actually. We have a little group chat going on where Nate just writes the funniest thoughts that he has, the most random things, or a different perspective or something like that. And originally what it was raps that we write on the shitter.
Okay.
That was going to be the original thing, and we were going to make a book out of it.
Shitty raps?
I forget what it was called, man, but Nate came up with an awesome name for it. But it just kind of evolved into just other random shit. And there's 2 of them that I wanted to read on the podcast just because they're different, but they're super funny to me. I don't know if you guys are going to laugh or not, but I think they're hilarious. And this is going to be an ongoing segment, so you better get used to it. So this first one, and I do want to say, too, Nate is just like us, like, anything that he jokes about or whatever, like, please don't be offended. Right. There's no malice included or anything like that. Like,
very true.
You know, we're just fucking around, and he's just
not
sending the random
hurt
shit.
Anybody's feelings.
Yeah, and I will say there are a lot meaner shit in the group chat that I'm not gonna read on here.
Right.
So
right.
These are the mellow ones, and I think these are fine. But this one is about women's pay. So he says, it's pretty considerate that women get paid a steady 30% less than men. It doesn't come out in random fees, allowing them to at least budget properly. I love it.
It's true.
It's just a different perspective of like, yeah, you're getting paid less, but we're not screwing you over because you know you're getting paid less.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're just randomly taking it. So now you can budget appropriately. It's just a weird spin on it, and I love it.
So that's why women's NBA is.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, throwback. I like it. I like it. But yeah, it's just a different spin on it. Obviously, he's joking. We're all for equal pay if you deserve it.
Right.
And this next one is called Mark Twain. So it starts off with a famous Mark Twain quote that a lot of you probably heard. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you found out why. It's a pretty common Mark Twain quote. He says, now I know what Mark Twain meant figuratively. Or, sorry, let me start that again. I now know Mark Twain meant figuratively. He meant the day you find out your purpose in life. He doesn't mean the day your mother tells you your father's condom burst in the back of your grandmother's station wagon on prom night. And definitely not because your mother wanted a son that wasn't gay. And your older brother is 100% gay. So here you are. I love that. It's just a spin on the quote. Because the quote is, the 2 most important days are the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Yep.
And he's like, well, if you take that literally,
all right,
this could be bad. So
he ain't talking about how the babies is made.
Right.
Purpose.
Right. He's talking figuratively.
Oh my goodness.
So I like it. It's just a little funny thing that I think we're gonna keep going every week.
That was funny.
Just different random stuff. No offense to anybody
Absolutely
who's
none.
Who's gay or whatever. No, but
to each his own.
Yeah, no offense to anybody, but it's just a funny little segment. We'll keep them going as long as he keeps sending them.
Right.
He might have hated me reading these, which I cleared it by him first, but he might have been like, you sound like an idiot, so please don't do that again.
I mean, everything's been messing up today, so
dude,
we might as well mess up our
everything.
speech, our freaking wording.
Oh my God. I forgot to talk about.
Check, look, I'm blurry.
Right. Oh my God. I forgot to talk about the live feed or the live stream.
Well,
go for it. What are your opinions on the fucking live stream?
Fuck live stream, dude.
Fuck live stream, dude.
Like, straight up, first time we try to do it, can't do it from the phone.
Nope.
Check your settings. No, it just kept saying unexpected error.
It said,
unable to broadcast.
Yeah, unable to broadcast.
Unable to podcast.
Yeah, and you're like, it says unable to podcast. I'm like, you're fucking stupid.
Word. And then, so you're like, oh, let's get the camera out, or the laptop out. Here we go again. Let's get the camera out. Get the laptop out. We try that. Unable to freaking set up or stream your service because of your settings. There are no settings in there.
Yeah, we're looking through all the settings. There's no setting about live streaming or anything like that.
Oh, my gosh. So we're like, screw Facebook. Let's go to YouTube.
Well, I went to Patreon at first because the giveaway, the reason we were doing the live stream is we did a merch giveaway for all of our Patreon members. Yep. And, you know, we can live stream on Patreon. So I was like, let's fucking do that. And it's like, well, you can do it, but you need to put your YouTube live stream like key in there and we'll do it. I'm like, cool. So then we go to YouTube and I'm looking through all the settings and everything, like how to find this fucking thing.
No key.
No live stream key. And I'm like, fuck it. We'll just go live from YouTube. And then what? I think it blocked us at first.
Like 3 attempts later, we finally got in.
Right. Yeah. And I don't fucking know, man. Like, it was just all bullshit.
So once we're finally up and rolling, things are going smooth. And then everything gets blurry.
Right.
Nothing.
Like, everything gets, like, the whole screen gets blurry. You can see us, but Tim, Teach a Dummy podcast, he said, it looks like you're in the 90s because of the graphics. My internet has been doing perfectly fine all day. I don't think, is it storming out? It's not like dark or anything like crazy.
Freaking cold. And
the internet just has one bar on it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So we do our live stream. It wasn't as, smooth as expected because you think you'd be able to open Facebook and hit fucking go live.
It seems to be easy. You see a lot of people doing it all the time.
And it just wouldn't work. Wouldn't work on my phone, wouldn't work on the computer, wouldn't work in a different browser.
And apparently you can't live stream in landscape mode.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, what the hell?
Right. That's insane. Like, nobody likes vertical video. That was one of the first things I ever learned when I got a smartphone was say no to vertical video.
Yeah. Because
nobody likes that.
Nope.
YouTube's not in vertical, and shit like that. Like,
crazy, dude.
But yeah,
F today.
Yeah, the live stream was not as fun as expected. We were supposed to go live at 8:15. We finally went live about 8:45, give or take.
Yep.
So shout out to everybody that joined and was commenting and all that. Big shout out to Sarah and Nate. Actually, dude that came up with that came up with that info for that segment.
Yes.
They both won merch. Sarah was on the live stream, so she got to see it live. I don't think Nate was, but we'll send him a message, let him know that.
So congrats to you, Sarah and Nate again.
But we're gonna send them any piece of merch that they want off the store, fully customizable, any color, any graphic, any words that they want, we'll throw it on there. I think Sarah said she's gonna pick the green racerback.
Green racerback, yep.
It's like a tank top, but a little different. I don't know how to describe it, but.
I wouldn't even try with the night we're having.
Yeah, we should probably just move on. But yeah, the live stream was fucked up, but again, it was a success in the sense of, what it was supposed to do.
It served its purpose.
Yes, barely.
Sloppy as shit, but it served its purpose.
All right, guys, a little break in the action here to shout out our first small business sponsor and our Patreon producers.
Yes, sir.
We actually just gained a Patreon producer, Mr. Richard Barilli.
Thank you, Barilli.
He actually threw in $25 for the merch giveaway. So he elected to be in the $10 tier, but pay $25 instead of being in the $25 small business tier. Probably because he doesn't have anything to advertise, I would guess. I don't know.
You can advertise yourself, but really.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a minute. So, but yeah, to go through that takes some work. It wasn't an accident to do that. But, so shout out to Barilli. Shout out to the Teach a Dummy podcast. Shout out to Sarah, Tommy, Nate, Taylor, Steve. I think that's all of them, right?
Man,
there's
it just
7
keeps
of them.
Going up.
Yeah, there's 7 Patreon producers, which is fucking awesome.
Yes, thank you all for your support.
We're trying to get to 10 by the end of the year.
Okay.
That would be super cool if we could grab 3 more. Again, guys, if you're a Patreon producer, you'll see the graphic at the end We will put your name out there. We'll put anything that you want out there, whether it's like an Instagram handle, whether it's your Twitch, whether it's
just some randomness,
right? Like Tim Metcalf did the Teach a Dummy podcast because that's his podcast.
Yep.
So we shout them out every episode. And then Nate actually did Equal Justice Initiative.
Yep.
For everything going on right now. So he's just bringing awareness to that group as well. But yeah, sign up for the $10 tier. We can put your name. Shout out. Yeah, anything you want. Just real quick, we'll give you a shout out. But the big one.
Yes, sir.
Brubaker Photography.
BRUBAKER.
There's a little hesitation.
Yeah, the part of my last name that I'm going to misspell.
All you got to remember is BRU and then your last name.
I'm golden.
That's cheating. But yeah, shout out to Brubaker Photography. They are our first ever small business sponsor.
Yes, thank you.
Find them on Facebook, facebook.com/Brubaker Photography 1. Again, that's BRUBAKER. I feel like I'm misspelling it every time, but I'm not. But yeah, they just bring some positivity. It's really cool to scroll through the timeline and see their professional grade pictures. They do phone versus camera, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, you suck at.
I suck, which is why it's awesome.
Yes.
Because I like cameras and I like photography, and I still can't fucking answer it correctly.
Get you every time.
So what phone versus camera is I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. They just take a very high definition picture, and then you have to guess, was this a phone or a digital camera, a DSLR or a mirrorless or something like that. And I've been wrong 100% of the time.
Yes, you have.
So
I've been right 100% of the time.
But yeah, definitely check them out. It's pretty cool. They got free wallpapers on there. They just posted one this week to where you can just save the picture and put it as your wallpaper. Beautiful scenery and things like that.
Slick. I like it.
Yeah. So definitely give them a follow, like their page, share their page, all that kind of stuff. The community tab is big.
Yes, go through there and invite your friends.
Yeah, you can get on there and hit invite. I think there's a select all option.
Do it.
And just annoy your whole friend group. But yeah, support them because they support us.
Absolutely.
But yeah, big shout out to Brubaker Photography and our Patreon producers. We love you all.
Thank you all very much.
Yep. And back to the action. And you know what's some shit that happened this week?
Oh, as my fiance and daughter would say, give me the tea.
Yep. I see that phrase a lot in one of my group chats. I love it. We'll keep that one under wraps because there's some information shared in that chat that shouldn't be shared, and I love it. But yeah, we won't say anything more about that. But this week, on Thursday, you guys know how we tried to learn you something at the beginning. Somebody tried to learn me something this week, and
how'd that go?
I mean, it went fine. I have some opinions about it.
Which is human.
Yeah. So before I start this, I will say, the person that messaged me regarding this, she means well.
Mm-hmm.
She is a very nice person. She even said in her message, like, I'm not judging or anything, but I just wanted to let you know. I just burped. Okay.
Don't get me started.
But she's very nice. She comes from the right place. You know, this is coming from her heart. Like, she means well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What she sends me on Thursday, and I will say, before I start this again, I will say I lean left on most things. Pretty liberal for 99% of things.
Well, you lean left because you ain't right.
Hey, you know. So, you know. But I lean left for the majority of things. I'm all for everybody's fairness and living how you want to live and, you know, calling you by your correct pronouns and all that kind of stuff. I get confused a little bit still, but I try, right? I try. But I was told on Thursday that I shouldn't refer to women as female.
any particular reason on why you should not. Were you referring to it in an incorrect way? Because
I don't think so.
I mean, me personally, I feel like female isn't derogatory or anything.
Right. I don't, and I would like people to educate us.
Yeah.
If we're wrong here, and I'm not saying she's wrong or anything, but
Right.
like, there's a point. I also said on Facebook this week that I'm very liberal, but I'm very much anti-social justice warrior. Because like, I'm all for you having all your stuff, like all your rights, and everybody lives and does what they please and all that. Absolutely. But there's a certain point where it gets to be a little much. And I feel like that's right on the line right there.
Okay.
And she said she wanted to bring it to my attention because I've said the word female in my statuses a couple times in the last couple weeks or something. Now, I searched my Facebook. I know the one she's talking about. I couldn't find a second one. I went back like a month and a half. I don't know. Not the point. But the one that prompted her to send me this, my status, I have it right here, said, seeing a female take a selfie in public will always be one of the funniest things ever.
I mean, I don't see it.
Right. Now, let me defend the status real quick, just because it's the funniest thing you can ever see.
You see it all the time.
Right. You're in a gas station, yeah. And they're a perfectly fine, perfectly normal person. And then for 3 seconds, they pose, chest out, all that stuff. And then they take the picture, and then they're back to fucking normal person. So it's hilarious to see that shit in public. But yeah, so seeing a female take a selfie in public will always be one of the funniest things ever.
It's absolutely true, though.
Right. But female is...
I mean, female, I look at it this way, too. Like, just because you're a female doesn't always mean you're a woman.
Okay.
You could always have children. Like, I'm not going to refer to my daughter as she's a growing woman.
Right. But, like, I feel like saying girl and female's a more, I guess, like, professional way to say it.
Yeah.
Rather than, like, this girl or, woman is obviously a good way to say it. But not everybody's a woman yet.
I look at it this way. Have you ever called somebody sir and they've kind of gotten offended? Sir or ma'am?
A little, yeah.
So it's more... I look at it as being more respectful, especially towards like older generations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like anybody that's older than me, I feel like it's more respectful to call them sir or ma'am.
Right.
I've seen people where they've gotten pissed off about it.
Right.
Like,
same, yeah.
So I feel like instead of saying like sir or ma'am or anything of that nature, if you do like female, you're just making it a generic statement.
Well, yeah. So she sent me an article with it to kind of prove her point. And I will say, for some reason, the article like doesn't load right. But I read most of it. And there's clearly parts that are like either covered up by ads or something. I don't know. But I get what she's saying, and I understand it. But, like, again, there's a line, like, to where you're just doing too much, in my opinion. Now, the main reason in this article, and they do say in the article, it's not as offensive as, like, slut or cunt or whore or anything like that. They're like, it's nothing like that. And they even said most people aren't offended by it, but it's just something to be aware of. So, again, nobody's, like, attacking me or anything like that. And I'm hoping to not come across as attacking them either.
Right.
But the first example says, because the word female and the word woman mean different things. And they say female is a scientific term that refers to the sex of a species that is capable of producing children. The term woman refers specifically to human beings, while female could refer to any species. And I get it, but
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
it's
And guys, please weigh in.
yeah,
please.
that's a tough one. I mean, I see where that's coming from, but
There's a line.
I personally have never ever looked at it that way, nor ever even tried to offend anybody whenever I've said like female. Like,
Right. The only time I would use female is when, so like, for example, for my status, right? Seeing a female take a selfie in public.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, I don't remember my thought process at the time, obviously, but like, I think the reason I used female is because I didn't want to use woman, because it could be a little kid.
Right.
And I didn't want to say a girl, because that sounds creepy.
Yeah.
Seeing a girl take a selfie, it's like, who are you talking about? I think I said female because of that.
To try not to offend anybody.
Right. And to try to
be creepy.
Encompass, the whole gender.
That's how I look at it. Because to your point, if I were to sit here and call my 11-year-old daughter, be like, you are a beautiful woman. Dad, I'm not a woman.
Right.
That's exactly how she's going to respond.
Right.
If you go up to a 50-year-old woman and say, hey, what's up, girl?
Right.
She's probably going to get pissed.
She's going to smack you.
But if you say, Jaslyn, you're a beautiful female,
right,
I don't see anything getting offended with that.
Right.
Or like, hey, what's up? Well, that would sound really weird, though, if you're like, hey, what's up, female?
Right.
To a girl.
Well, that was another thing that it says, too. So it says using female in this way is contrary to how we generally communicate. Female as a noun erases the subject, making female the subject of the sentence. Let me see. I'm trying to not read the whole fucking article, but basically it's saying by employing this word, it's usually an adjective, and if you're using it as a noun, you're reducing her whole personhood to the confines of that adjective. It's calling someone a white instead of a white person, or a black instead of a black person. Mm. So what they're saying is, like, you're using the word female to encompass them as a whole thing, instead of saying like a black female, right? Then the female is black. But if you just say a female, it just, I guess, takes away from the personhood, is what it says. It reduces a woman to her reproductive parts and abilities. Personally, I've always found the usage of the term female to be very clinical and as cold as the word implies, as if you're going out of your way to avoid saying woman or one of many other synonyms for women that implies personhood. And it goes on to say more and stuff, but basically it's saying, like, you never see women running around with each other calling each other females. Right. But you never see guys do that either.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't call you a female anyway, but...
I mean, I call you a female a lot.
Oh, bitch. Whatever.
Yeah, don't say that one.
Yeah, that's a derogatory one.
Right.
But, I mean, that's a tough one. I mean,
I get her point.
I do, too. And I look at it as, with any type of subject, the digger you deep into it.
Wow.
The deeper you dig into it, holy shit.
That almost got dangerous.
Yes. The deeper you dig into things, the more you can find out about it. But, I mean, to all the women and girls and ladies.
See, and the other one I was going to say ladies.
Ladies.
But I wouldn't call your daughter a lady.
Yeah.
Maybe you could say, like, little lady, but then that kind of comes across creepy.
Yeah, it does.
Unless it's, like, your family or whatever. But to say, like, oh, look at that little lady, like, you're about to get kicked out and probably beat up. The only time I've ever really
said little lady was if I was talking to my dog.
Okay, yeah.
Like Pearl, like, oh, come here, little lady.
Right.
Like something like that.
Right.
But I would never call a human being.
Right.
Oh, look at that lady.
Right. Well, I used to say, like, lady friend. Mm-hmm. Like, instead of girlfriend, I would say lady friend. Okay. Because it's kind of cute and, like, whatever.
Aww.
But, like, I don't know. I just don't see the word female as being any type of negative thing.
You know which one gets me? When people refer to their significant other, I'm going to stick with that one, as old lady.
Yeah. You don't like it?
I don't. I mean, me personally, almost feel like I'm taking offense for that
Right.
woman, girl, lady,
Thing.
female.
Oh, don't say thing.
Don't say thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just,
yeah.
I feel like that's disrespectful. I know it's like,
Again, it's the ma'am, sir thing.
Yeah.
It's a comedian, Andrew Santino. He's fucking hilarious. But on his podcast, he always refers to his wife as the old
you had
bag.
to hesitate on what you were gonna say.
He calls her old bag.
Oh shit!
But it's not like he doesn't do it in a malicious way, and
Okay.
he's obviously a professional comedian.
Right.
One of the top 20 to 30 comedians there are right now. So,
Not
you know,
bad.
very, very up there. And yeah, he always refers to her as his old bag. And somebody actually called him out on an episode and was like, "You call her old bag? Like what?" And he's like, "That's her name."
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? That's her name. I've watched every episode of his podcast, which this week he released the 99th.
Damn.
So I watched every episode and him on other podcasts and other things. He has another podcast too that he does, but I've never heard her actual name.
Oh, shit. So she's literally known as Old Bag.
Right. But it's more of a, I think it's more of a like, kind of protective thing. Like he doesn't want to put her name out there
Yeah.
and like all that stuff. And I know a lot of professional or, celebrities kind of do that.
Yeah.
To where they don't like out their, their kids or whatever. But yeah, it's
But to give her the pseudo name of
old bag.
Old Bag.
Yeah. And he always puts a little like grit on it every time. He's like the old bag. Like every time. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, just to kind of conclude that topic there, I don't see the issue with female. I understand the point that she's trying to make. And again, she was not aggressive about it. She wasn't mean about it. She wasn't like, you're an idiot or anything like that. Like, she was very nice about how she delivered the message. I just happen to disagree.
Yeah. I mean, we appreciate the feedback.
Right.
And show.
It wasn't anything about the podcast. It was just
No.
something I did on Facebook. But I want to know those things. You know, I want to be corrected if I'm, saying something wrong
Right.
or whatever. But again, there's a line, and I feel like that one's on the line.
Yeah.
If you personally told me you don't like to be referred to as a female, I'll stop referring to that person as a female.
Right.
Or I might even stop saying that word around them in general. But I don't think as a general rule you can just take away the word female.
Yeah. No, I agree. I
don't see it. Again, please correct us if we're wrong. I don't want to say with more valid points, but like, bring points and I want to have this conversation with people. Like,
Man, bring it to the table.
yeah, if you're on our side, if you're on her side, if you're on neither side, if you have a different opinion, let us know. AverageAFpodcast.com, the community boards, let us know there.
Yes.
Send us a message, comment, whatever you want to do. But yeah, so that was episode 60.
6-0.
I can't believe it.
Going up one each week.
Yep. It's so weird how that happens, man.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, next week's going to be episode 70.
Ah. Oh, now you just let the cat out the bag.
No, I did earlier, too.
That old bag.
Right, the old bag.
Old bag.
Nothing getting out of that old bag. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out episode 60. As always, check out the merch, please. Again, everything's at averageafpodcast.com.
Yep.
You can become a Patreon member. We do live streams. We do merch giveaways.
We're going to try to do live streams.
Yeah, I think we have it figured out now. Not really, but we do merch giveaways. These stickers right here, just so you guys know, if you're a Patreon member and your address is updated, I'm going to send you guys a couple stickers as well.
Yes.
Just, to say thanks again for sponsoring the show and supporting us to keep talking some bullshit every
Right.
week. Anything?
Way to put it.
Anything you want to add at the end here?
No, man, you're good.
Okay.
You covered it all.
That's the risky part. I need you to save me.
Some holes you go down, I can't save you from.
Ooh, that sounds like a fun night.
Oh shit. Well, on that note,
yeah, we're gonna end on that one. Thank you guys for again checking out episode 60, and have a good night.
Until next week. Peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.